Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Dan Sand, the co-founder of Music Unites Souls Everywhere, and I'm here with Rudboy Sick. We're actually doing the first episode of In the Cuts, which is an interview series of artists in New York City who are up and coming. They're looking to make some noise basically in the city, and we're looking to give them more exposure. So here's the thing. A lot of artists, they're looking to chase clout, whatever, but there's artists who are just authentically making music, and this guy's one of them. I can tell you that for a fact because I've seen him perform live, I've heard his music. Excited to share this interview with you guys. So
my background, I'm Puerto Rican, half Dominican, and I come from Buswhick, Brooklyn.
Same.
That's dope. I started music in general, like paying attention to it more when I was in like elementary school. I'm pretty sure everybody played the recorder, the flute. And then
That's right, it's part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
You gotta,
So we had actually other instruments. So I got into the drums, and then in school playing with the drums, I used to go to my aunts and uncle's house every holiday. And on Christmas, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but you probably are. Like all the uncles get together, bring their instruments. So I used to join in. So I used to play with the bongos, and they had the congas and stuff like that. Eclipse was when I wrote my first track, like instrumental. I wrote my first track to the grinding beat, and I was always that's funny that we're talking about instruments and stuff like that. So I did play the trumpet. I was a fourth grader playing for the fifth graders graduation. I did all of that. And in 291, IS 291. I had switched my schedule to have music class and play the trumpet. That same year and that same semester, they cut the budget and then that program left. And from there it became, what else we had? We had the lunch tables, we had the desks. So since I knew how to make a beat, it was always hard for me to rap. So every time I'm banging on a table, everybody's rapping. When I go, the beat stops, and I sort of had to say something to carry the vibe.
Yeah. Like acapella, you mean? Like
and then I have to try to, but it was always.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I used to go down 2 blocks to an actual studio and record over songs and just freestyle because I can't. It's hard to explain, but I think too much, too fast, and rapidly for me to focus on writing. So.
Do you have like ADD or ADHD?
I have I believe I have
ADHD, so
I do have a little bit of both, but I do believe that I have synesthesia. So when I hear an instrument, synesthesia, that's like you can see colors with the music.
Interesting.
So to the question is like, how do I approach? Even with just freestyling, I usually feel what the beat is trying to tell me. So the story just formulates. So I've been using like skits in my most recent tracks. Like if you listen to, I have a playlist that I made. It took me like 1 week. I did a track a day. That was like, I challenged myself with what I knew, looked for the information I needed. I did 1 through 4. And that's when I have a clip of Mano. And I was expressing how I felt about the Nipsey Hussle death.
Yeah,
it affected me because, I drew my first blueprint of my building because I also design clothes. So in 4th grade in journal, I drew a building of how I wanted to look and everything. So that's basically
like a building
like how I wanted to look. What's the first, second floor, third floor gonna look like?
Like New York, like maybe.
Yeah, New York, of course. Since that and me wanting to do like community work in the neighborhood, I already had ideas of growing up, like middle school, whatever. My main thing is like, well, I want to create my own business. It wasn't more serious as music, even though I played with instruments. But you can see the curriculum was changing right behind my eyes, like or in front of my eyes, you could say. Sports was like the only option at that point. So as you see where you're in the hood, you got these dreams and aspirations, but these are your people. I'm like, I want to make sure I do something that I can give back. Make programs that I didn't have. So a little bit after that, it was just that inspired me to just do it on my own, continue to do it. It pushed me to do it on my own. So I was like, let me get the program.
Just start figuring out how to make it happen.
Start figuring it out because I can't.
And what time was this in your life? Like, is this in like middle school, high school, like after high school?
As far as
like when you were starting, like you said, do yourself as like making music, or just like approaching that aspect, or more so the community stuff, or like.
It was everything. Because
just realizing you're like,
I was bullied growing up.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I could be honest with you. At a very young age, I felt like, for me, my heart, because I know anybody has it worse. Now that I'm an adult, you can have it worse, like like the quote says. But for me, I grew up like I'm going to allow. I feel so poor. Like my friends having more than me. It's like I know I have to do something. You know what I mean? So the music was sort of the thing lingering as I stood focused on doing whatever I had to do.
So what would you say was like a turning point for you where you're like, all right, like I want to go ham with like music, like versus just like, oh, like I'm doing it like here and there, like what was if you were like, all right, maybe I can actually do this as like a career, like a business and all that, like what was that shift in your life?
The biggest moment I feel I can always resort to, and I was able to just like the light bulb went off. I was going to Kingsborough. I graduated from high school, and 2 days after they had a program. So after my graduation, 2 days after, I started college, so I could get my remedials. That's the high school math, the high school math and English reading that you didn't pass.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, no, the.
I was gonna say, guys.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I barely passed math.
You can't take your majors. You can't take the actual classes. So I started taking fashion design. I started my brand when I was finishing high school because I transferred to Buswhick. So that's when it started as far as doing things myself. Like because I had an amount of time, I chopped up certain songs. So I did a freestyle to my click.
Okay, nice.
I did a it was a transition from click, and then the beat supposed to go and then go to another song. I started beatboxing in the beginning. Oh yeah, and that's how I started to making beatboxing and making beats. And
who would you say are your top three, like influences as an artist, like in terms of like musically? Because I know it's like obviously you have your own sound, but I mean like who inspired you?
I would say currently, and the sound it would have to be Kanye West. It would have to be Travis Scott. Well, I would say Kanye West, Kid Cudi, then Travis Scott.
Yeah, I can hear the Kid Cudi for sure. I saw like I'm biased though because I really like Kid Cudi music.
Too,
so that's why I heard your music. I was like, and it like kind of sounded like Kid Cudi, but it was like your own style. But I'm like, yo, like, that's not inspiring because like your flow is just so like smooth and like your lyrics not like impactful, but like the production too, like and like that's actually more an aspect, like production wise, like what's your process now? Do you just like find beats that are like already made, or do you like do you have a producer?
What I do is I look on YouTube for beats. Within the meantime, I do talk to producers and see if I can work with somebody that can make a beat from scratch. Because if I can observe or have somebody that can understand what I want to do, it'll work a little bit better off for me. Like the first time I attempted to just like restructure a song, sort of like with the engineering, was Young World. Young World, I was able to put a chop, a siren, space it out, and then transition another beat. So when I perform that song, you're getting two different vibes because I'm faulted, not a loss, but a lesson. At an open mic, I did the wrong type of song. You gotta have a certain type of song for open mic, and this was when I was 18, 19. I tried to do like the Dead President's beat is not for a crowd. Unless you just...
Yeah, it's more because you're not like a color. Yeah, people want to be like,
they're just gonna be like this, like
yeah.
That wasn't the feedback that I wanted, so I learned from that.
They used to be vibing. It's just like they're not just gonna be like jumping up and down, like
Yeah. So, but YouTube, you also can just DM the person and release the beat.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a plus for me. I like whatever song I want to make officially, Traditions Erased. That beat actually cost $50,000.
Wow.
And I leased it for I believe like $50-$60.
Wow.
With the rights and
like the original. If you bought an original, like to own it,
it'll be $50,000.
Yeah, but you got that's more definitely way more affordable.
And that song is a trophy for me within itself because, like I said, it's 95% one take, so that scared the shit out of me.
Wow.
The emotion, whatever I was feeling at that moment, and Gotta Go, like I feel like in the energy, Traditions Erased was a slight like me going up, and the Gotta Go is the slight angle going down because I'm bringing you down to like, I'm talking about my mom's now, I'm talking about the relationship with my family, and Traditions Erased is my reflection on the game and where it's being diluted because I'm very observant, very observant, and so I see what the media does, the interviews, um, the mass promotion of a certain type of sound.
Yeah. If you had 1 hour left to live, like 1 hour left to live, that's crazy shit, right? What album would you listen to?
My Dog Twisted Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Or
it's
the Black Album.
The Black Album. Okay. Nice. Nice. And what would you say is like, in terms of like artists that inspire you, like from a career standpoint, not just like musically, but just like career standpoint, what would you say like inspires you?
Hands down Kanye.
Kanye West?
Yeah,
Like the
because
fashion and stuff too,
yeah,
like and all that, yeah.
when you come out with your own shoes, being a black man in a Louis V store, like I look at that shit like, yeah, I ain't paying $500, $6,000, let alone getting my girl like a what, $8,000 purse just to see a smile on her face. You bugging.
Where do you want to see your like career going in the next like 5-10 years, like as an artist, as like a creator, and like how do you want to inspire like, you know, like our generation and the generations after? Like, what would you say like the ideal you want?
If I could be honest, like this life for us in general, is like the idea of being chewed up and spit out. So my goal is to leave a legacy, staying true to myself, knowing what's right, knowing what's wrong, and I want to be able to teach the kids that it's okay to be yourself. As much as I'm seeing the things that I dreamt of in that 4th grade class during that building. I've seen the manifestation of that. What I pictured that idea to be, I've seen it done. You know what I mean?
I remember also going back to like you were talking about making music and all that. Like, what is it that inspired you like to start making music, guys? Like, just like, was it like a way to express yourself?
Yeah, like if I'm upset or if I'm in love or I'm feeling depressed or whatever, my first approach is to try to make music or try to listen to a beat and record myself and see what I think or what comes out. And if I don't feel it certain times, I go to graphic design. I try to like chop up something or research sometimes that intrigues me on a new idea I want to do with how I feel. I feel like I got to keep the juices flowing. So even if I had a great day, I could try to make music. Sometimes I freestyle and it's shit.
Being consistent.
Yeah, be consistent. Sometimes it's shit.
And you mentioned, I think before you mentioned you're working on a project.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit more about that project?
Sure.
Like, you know, maybe like are you planning to release it this year or next
No,
year?
I think it's gonna be next year, maybe around this time. I have over like 20 tracks that I'm still making.
Nice.
My goal is to have about 45, 50. To
Like
go
stockpile?
over, because I like to think of these, all the songs that I've done is me putting my emotions in a capsule so I can keep moving forward. People love my songs, like specific people, like they're like, yo, bro, I was with you when you was going through this, or like I can relate to this, or I can relate to that. So it's like I just want to continue being myself in this project and introduce myself officially the right way. Tired of dropping singles for nobody. I want a marketing plan, make it better, and come out with product as well. So we're gonna do the whole rollout, throw an event, listening party,
Okay,
the shebang, the whole shebang.
Can I have a merchandise too and all that? Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna have merchandise from the clothing itself, and then I'm gonna do for the project as well, like certain songs that wanna sort of have a representation of that track. Well, coming soon. I already purchased the domain name recently, so rudboysick.com will be out.
And that's Rudboy spelled
RUDBOY sick.
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 .com.
Without the E.
Without the E,
And that's where everything will be created, and as far as the music go, will be on that site. The clothing already has a site, intellectclothing.com, which is also under construction.
Nice. That domain is available? Intellect Clothing. Oh,
yeah.
that's fire. Okay, that's a nice name.
Yeah, and I own it actually too.
Yeah.
So I want to create a whole vibe, a whole feeling with everything that I'm doing, which is the clothing, the music, everything has to be related because I want to show and present like the day-by-day steps that I'm taking.
Like behind the scenes.
Like a
documentary.
And doing itself.
Okay,
so I'm also working on trying to get a better camera lens so that I can do it in a movie way.
That's awesome. You know, like Wiz Khalifa's like, and I think it was called like
Reefer Party?
No. He has a series he's been doing since before he was big, behind the scenes. And that played a large role in him building his brand and all that.
Yeah,
I just
did a song
the
with
day
it.
of or something like that.
The
Since
Day of Wiz or
2007 and
something.
2008 he's been doing it.
I was a big fan of him.
For a minute. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's like, he is, Corey Ramsey. He still does that to this day.
I tell my closest friends, anybody, just let it go. Like, don't let go as far as like, and not live in the moment too much, because then you like sort of not on track, but don't hold
It's
on.
like the balance, right? Because to get things done, you gotta be in the moment. But at the same time, you gotta have a plan.
Let it flow.
So sometimes you gotta think or be in your mind, but it's like that balance, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like art. It's like you're just letting all that, express yourself, and through that process, maybe you can discover new things about yourself.
Yeah, like I did, the song "Gotta Go" was about my mom, and she don't like it.
Oh yeah.
But that's because it's how I felt.
Yeah.
Do I
You're
care if
being
she likes
authentic,
it?
yeah, that's the thing,
It's
It's art.
No, it's my expression as well. It's my
Sure.
therapy. The art, I feel that word and that term to me is when it's done.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So I'm saying like in the process was like this whole experience for 2 minutes,
Mhm.
diving into the thoughts that go into my mind rather than me saying what I had to do as far as negatively or something. I said no, I'm just coloring it for you guys to see. It was I gave myself accountability as far as I know I fucked up, and I know you could have done better, but I gotta go. Like that's the whole transition.
Okay, I didn't realize it was like the context, man. It's interesting.
It's beautiful what we could do with language, sound, and time.